Hi loves, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. Today I will show you a full face of drugstore makeup, affordable makeup, and I will show you along the way what products I am using. I'm thinking today I will be doing more of a spring makeup tutorial, and it will just have like a pop of color and also some neutrals in there. And let's get started. Alright, so I'm just gonna put my hair just a little bit backwards just so I can start working on my makeup. And I will start with a primer, and this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. I've been using this for about a month and a half, and I actually like it quite a bit. I was one of the individuals that I never used primers before, just because my skin is dry, it's not oily, so it stays on all day. But I do notice quite a big difference when I use a primer now. So you could say I'm one of those people that I cannot live without a primer now. So I will just put that all over my skin. And today I will be using the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Me Foundation. This is the 24 hours one. I have to say that I haven't used this too often, but I have used it a few times and I actually quite like it. Now, there's a little trick that how this works with my skin. Because my skin is dry, this without any oil in it, it actually doesn't stay very well on my skin. So what I do is I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand to warm it up. And at the same time, this is not drugstore, but it's just a tester that I got from Tarte. I'm gonna add some oil in it, and that will just help the foundation work better with my skin. I just put one little drop. And once I've mixed it, I'm just gonna put it on my skin. And because I don't have a tan right now, this color works just fine for me. Once I've put my foundation on my skin and I've blended it with a brush, I'm actually going to go with a beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend it even more. This is just a trick that I use in order to make the foundation feel more natural, and you kind of take away all the excess that you don't need on your skin, so your foundation doesn't become cakey. For concealer today, I will be using the Cover FX concealer. Now, when I first bought this concealer, and I have a few, maybe 6 months to even maybe a year that I own this concealer. When I bought it at a drugstore actually. So I'm not sure if now this will be considered a drugstore item, because I have seen this brand at Sephora right now. But I will be using it because when I bought it, it was a drugstore product, and I have used it for a bit, and I actually love it quite a lot. It has really high coverage, and they have a really good color selection, I believe, if I can remember correctly. So I just put the concealer on my hand just to warm it up a little bit, and right underneath my eye with my finger just to warm up the concealer. Blend the concealer with a beauty blender again. Same idea, just so your concealer does not become cakey. If you have any spots because of acne or higher pigmentation, you can just take the same concealer and just put it on the spots that you have, the little spots, just in case you require a little bit more higher coverage. Now for today's look, I'm actually going to be contouring and highlighting prior to doing my eyes. And I've bought this. This is actually the first time that I will be using this. This is the NYX Wonder Stick, and this was by Vegas Nay. If anybody knows her, she's really famous on Instagram. And so it has two different sides. It has a contouring side and a highlighting side. So by reading the instructions, so I will be following the pictures in the box of the product. So prepping base, which we've done, we've prepped the base, and then highlight and contour to accent. Ooh, excuse me. Allergies, spring season. And highlight and contour just to the areas that you want to highlight and contour. So I'm gonna start with the darker side of it, and in order to contour, so I will be dragging it right over here. And then I will highlight on the areas that I want highlighting. Which is what she's showing there. I mean, I don't know if I want to highlight my under area, but let's try. This is a good first impression. And I will be taking my contour brush, and this is from Real Techniques. And start blending. It's actually very easy to blend. I really like it. It gives you a really nice bronze effect. It's really cute. And now to blend the rest, I'm just gonna go with my beauty blender. So once you've contoured, I always use my beauty blender just to blend everything. And this is a good trick in order for you to understand that a good base and a good contouring requires a lot of blending. And I will be setting my base, my foundation, and my under eyes with Pixie. This is just a flawless beauty powder in the color Natural. And so I'm just going to take my Real Techniques, and this is the powder brush, I believe. You're just going to go and just a little bit all over your face. This will just make your foundation stick a little longer. And for my under eyes, I'm just going to take a smaller brush, and this is the setting brush. My eyes, I will be using a couple of different products. I got this classic nude little palette, and this is by Physicians Formula, and this is a drugstore product, obviously. I used to like their products a lot. They have a really nice mascara, actually, which probably I should get. And I will just take my my blending brush, and I will take, so I just want to contour my eye a little bit, so I'm just going to take one of those brown shades right here, very slightly. And just start contouring your eye a little bit. So I'm actually going to go for more of a natural eye look for my top lid, and then I'm just going to do a little bit something more dramatic on my lower lash line. And so I will just take one of the lighter shades. Which one should I take? Just this one, sort of beigey color. And you can bring a little bit of a highlighter right over here, the corner of your eye, just to make those beautiful eyes pop. But the piece of resistance for today will be, I'm using an eyeshadow. This is from Maybelline. This is more of a springy color. I wanted to do like a springy look today. It's really beautiful. It's like a turquoise. It's like a turquoise color. Take a regular eyeshadow brush. This is the eye shading brush from Sigma, and just place it right underneath on your lower lash line. I used to do this look in the summer a lot, back in the days when I was in high school, and I always loved it. I always loved a pop of color in the summer or spring. It's quite unique. Your eyes, especially if you have brown eyes, your eyes will pop. But if you have other colored eyes, obviously use the colors that go well with your eyes and that you like. And today for mascara, I will be using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is, I've mentioned before, one of my favorite mascaras. And while I let my mascara to dry before I put any eyeliner on, I will start on my brows, and I will be using the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. I've been using this for quite a bit, and I will be using this little, I will also be using the brushes that come with the little palette. And first I will use this little brush just to brush my brows. This is a great product actually. I would say it's a good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills products, especially if you're on a budget. And I will go in with the Bourjois Eye Kohl pencil. This is the Kohl and Contour, just on my waterline. And for more of a highlighting definition, because I do like highlighter quite a bit, I will be using this Sleek Makeup Contour Kit. This is a face and contour. So this actually is a contour and a highlighter. So if you take a look here, and it has a contour and a highlighter. Which is a great alternative, cheap alternative, more affordable alternative for a highlighter and contour. And they're pretty great products. And today for my lips, I will start by lining my lips with a NYX lip pencil Vanilla Sky. And because I have quite a bit of color on my eyes, I'm gonna opt for a nude lip, and I will be using the NYX, I guess it's called Lingerie, and in the color Corset. And this is the final look. Thank you loves for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I hope you use some of the products as well, because I think some of the products that I used are actually quite great. And if you use any other products, I would love to find out any other great alternatives or any other great affordable drugstore products that you can recommend to me. I think this look turned out quite well. It just reminds me of my high school years, and yeah, so I'm gonna go out like this right now. I think it's a great makeup look, more neutral but with a pop of color, just very springy and summery. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you comment and and subscribe on my channel. That way I will know that you want to keep watching, and let me know if you want to watch any other specific videos for me to film for you. Again, thanks so much for watching. Bye.